Hello, my name is Judy McGinnity. At age 14, my son was arrested for graffitiing buildings. At that time, we were offered a civil citation diversion program, which involved community service, behavior modification classes, and full restitution to the landlord, which meant every Saturday morning that child was out there repainting those buildings. Because of this, my son was never charged with an arrest. This has enabled him to pass level 2 background checks and any private security firm checks that come up, and has enabled him to have a completely successful career. I am very grateful that this was offered to him, and I'm very happy to report that he has never been in trouble with the law again. I thank you for your time and allowing me to share.
Now we will hear from Reverend Bernice.
I'm Reverend Bernice Powell Jackson. I'm the pastor of First United Church of Tampa and a member of HOPE. Currently, the usage of juvenile civil citations in Polk County is 81%. In Duval, it's 80%. In Miami-Dade, it's 96%. And in Pinellas, it's 99%. There is no reason that all counties in Florida cannot get these same results. There is no reason for the statewide usage rate to be less than the best practice of 80%, especially when we know that 95% of the children who get civil citations never get in trouble again. Last year, 5,000 children in Florida were arrested for first-time minor misdemeanors. These 5,000 children were eligible for civil citation, but now they are branded for life with criminal records. Our children deserve better, and our state can do better. All children in our state should get equal access to civil citation. We'll now hear from Father Chris Hoffman, our co-chair from Port Orange, Florida.
I am Father Chris Hoffman, and it is good to be with you. Today, we are excited to announce a breakthrough in Volusia County. State Attorney R.J. Larizza has instituted a new process to ensure that records do not get into the clerk of the court system for processing as an arrest. First, all non-arrest affidavits and notice to appear citations will be sent to his office for review for eligibility for a civil citation or other diversion. This process was only put in place a few weeks ago, but already 25 children have been able to avoid getting an arrest record. We feel confident that through the leadership of our state attorney, Volusia County will soon be at an 80% usage rate or better for juvenile civil citations. He sent us a statement from his office, and this is what the statement reads. The state attorney's office and law enforcement in the 7th Circuit have partnered to enhance the utilization and participation of the Juvenile Civil Citation Program. This program takes juveniles charged with minor nonviolent offenses and diverts them from the criminal process into treatment and mentoring programs, allowing law enforcement to focus more resources on violent multiple offenders. This diversion approach, applied to both juveniles and adults, has resulted in a significant reduction in crime within our jurisdiction, while at the same time significantly reducing the number of arrests and cases filed. Recently, law enforcement and the state attorney's office collaborated to further enhance utilization and participation. Specifically, law enforcement has agreed to forward juvenile complaints where juveniles are not arrested directly to the state attorney's office for review and disposition. In doing so, we hope to significantly increase the numbers of kids who participate in the juvenile civil citation program. The governor and legislature have provided the tools for this program, and I am confident our partnership with law enforcement in this endeavor will be successful. I would also like to recognize the local faith organization for their contribution to this program. Signed, R.J. Larizza, State Attorney, 7th Judicial Circuit.
And we in Hillsborough are pleased that State Attorney Andrew Warren met with some of us earlier this week and committed to take the lead and ensure that Hillsborough County also gets to at least an 80% usage of civil citations. We look forward to working with him over the next weeks and months to get similar policies put in place in Hillsborough. State Attorney Warren will now share for 1 minute about why he is committed to ensure that children in Hillsborough don't get branded for life with criminal records. Mr. Warren?
Thank you, Reverend. From day one of our administration, we've been committed to reforming juvenile justice to make sure that we are keeping more kids out of the system, to avoid having them have that arrest and conviction that hangs around their neck for the rest of their lives, making it harder for them to go to college, get a job, join the military. In 2017, we started a civil citation program here in Hillsborough County. We've expanded it since then. We need to continue to improve our utilization rate so that every single child who is making that first-time mistake has the opportunity for diversion rather than arrest. Our shareholders we're committed to working with, we're intent on getting the utilization rates up so that everyone can live up to the standard that we've set here for all kids in our community, that one bad mistake as a child shouldn't affect the rest of your life, that this is about public safety as well as it is giving kids a second chance. This is smart justice. This is what criminal justice reform looks like. And we thank Hope for its motivation and passion behind this issue and its partnership as we continue to improve where we are in Hillsborough County.
Thank you, Mr. Warren. We'll now hear from Pastor Willie McClendon from St. Petersburg.
Thank you, Pastor Bernice. I'm Pastor McClendon from Shiloh Baptist Church in Lago, Florida. We're fast. Senator Brandes sponsored our Senate Bill 1392 in 2018, which created a mandate that every community have a civil citation program and he paved the way for creation of an adult civil citation program. Senator Brandes will now share for a minute regarding why he feels it is important to hold law enforcement officers accountable to reduce youth arrest in the state of Florida. Senator Brandes.
Thank you, Pastor. It's truly an honor to be with you, and I want to thank your organizations for all the work they've done over the years to kind of highlight this issue. It's clearly an issue that's made incredible progress in really the last few years, and we're excited about where we are. We know that we still have a long way to go, but it's pretty amazing to see the progress we've made over the last few years. I think the intent of the civil citation program is to obviously modify behavior at the lowest level possible, and to provide youth with access to alternatives that are non-criminal in nature, that don't require a booking photo, that don't require a lifetime of being on Google via search and access to the internet, where anybody can find them the rest of their lives. It's not just having an arrest record that can somewhere be expunged. Once somebody has got a booking photo, it tends to be a scarlet letter that follows them the rest of their life. So it's exciting to see where we are, where we're going. But I think one of the commitments that we've made is to continue to modify the arrest form or the civil citation form used for juveniles to make sure that there's an option for law enforcement when they do have a juvenile that they are going to place under arrest, that they clearly define the reasons for that it's not just a standard other column, that they clearly delineate what that means and how that and what the reasoning behind their thought process. We hope that will be reviewed by both Department of Juvenile Justice and their supervisors to make sure that was appropriate. And we believe that through training and education, we can lower those numbers of arrests. We can encourage more individuals to get into an alternative sanction program, because we think ultimately we're going to get better outcomes through the alternative sanctions than we are through the arrest process. So I want to just, again, thank you for the work that you're doing, the passionate advocacy that you have. Honestly, your organization is one of the best advocacy organizations out there that I've seen. And that's why I'm excited to work with you all every year and look forward to working with you for the next few years.
Thank you, Senator Brandes. We also like to acknowledge the following other state legislators with us today to support the effort of our state, at least 80% usage of juvenile civil citation. We will now have 30-second statements from our denominational leaders. Archbishop Winsky.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Archbishop Thomas Winsky, the Archbishop of the Roman Catholic Diocese of Miami, which comprises the 3 southeastern counties of Florida, 110 parishes with more than 1.2 million Catholics, and also as Metropolitan of the ecclesiastical province of Florida, which includes all the other 6 dioceses of Florida. I chair the Florida Catholic Conference of Bishops, which is based in Hialeah, which is based in Tallahassee, and supports our public policy initiatives with the state government. The Florida Catholic Conference has supported this collaborative effort since its initiation, and for the past 5 years, several years, we've worked together with DART and our local affiliate here, which is called PACT, to advance the civil citations throughout the state of Florida. As you'll see, Miami-Dade has a good record, and it's important that we do reverse this trend of arresting children for minor offenses, because these arrest records rob these children of a future of hope. And so we must continue to keep local law enforcement accountable so that they continue to expand the application of this program to all eligible children. And so I'm very happy for this meeting today and for the anticipated results that this can have in advancing the cause of civil citations in our state.
And now we will have Bishop Richardson, who will give us 30 seconds of inspiration of his thoughts.
I'm A.J. Richardson. I'm the Bishop of the 11th Episcopal District of the African Methodist Episcopal Church, with 400 congregations headquartered in Jacksonville, Florida. And we've been working with DART on the civil citations effort for about 5 years, trying to curb youth arrest in Florida. We believe that the arrest of young people for minor offenses stymies their potential for opportunities further down the road in their lives, and for college opportunities, for scholarships, for military service, and other opportunities. Seems like to us just too much of a burden to bear, too much of a penalty to pay. And so we are hoping that our effort, even today, will cause some action to help law enforcement to be more accountable, to give a reason why young people are being issued, not being issued a civil citation. This is an important matter, and we hope that we can gain the support of all of the law enforcement agencies, state attorneys, and all the people involved in this matter, because it's so incredibly important.
Okay. Thank you, Bishop Richardson. We will now hear from President Banks.
Thank you so much. I'm Reverend Bartholomew Banks, pastor of the St. John Progressive Missionary Baptist Church in Tampa, as well as Progressive MNE Baptist State Convention of Florida's president, comprising 250 churches throughout the state of Florida. We are very, very concerned about the fact that a number of our young people are being arrested for minor offenses unnecessarily, in light of what is going on in our country with the relationship of law enforcement and our communities. I think it is a tremendous opportunity for us to show a good fourth effort if we can have our law enforcement agencies throughout the state of Florida to get behind this program and support it 100%. I was very concerned to see that in Hillsborough County, the utilization was less than 50%, whereas in Pinellas County, right across the water, it is at 99%. So I'm happy to see that our state attorney is on board with this. I encourage all of the pastors throughout the state to contact the local DART organization in your communities and put your efforts behind them making sure that our young people have every opportunity available to them to be successful in life, so that they're not saddled with an arrest record that follows them for the rest of their lives. This is a tremendous opportunity for us to move forward in a positive way. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share in this effort.
Thank you, President Banks. Now we will have a closing statement from Reverend Davis.
As we have all eloquently and thoroughly heard from my colleagues today, it is without question that we cannot continue arresting our children and branding them for life for minor offenses like stealing an $8 bracelet or crossing through an orange grove. This is unfair and senseless. And as a pastor who has experienced firsthand this disheartening reality unravel within my congregation and community, I would be appalled if we would continue to justify a means to keep doing so. As a statewide DART Justice Ministry organization, we firmly believe that children deserve a second chance. And we need our state attorneys, our sheriffs, and our police chiefs to hold our local law enforcement officers accountable to do so, and to follow the statute approved by the state legislator. Today, we are calling all of our state attorneys, all of our sheriffs, and all of our police chiefs to get to 80% or better usage for juvenile civil citations, and to work with us to implement adult civil citation programs to keep adults from getting lifelong arrest records for minor mistakes. So please contact your local DART Justice Ministry organization to learn about next steps to follow up with law enforcement leadership in your community. Kelly has already placed this information on the screen. We thank you all for being here today. If press have any questions that they would like to ask, please contact our staff at 727-465-8765 or by email dartcenter.fl@gmail.com. Amen. 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 God bless you.
Amen. And this concludes our press conference.